What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with an account overview and roster review of my account. Now, as you can see here, the login days being 660 days. I want to quickly go through and show you guys where I am right now with this significant milestone. As you can see from Scopely, of course, we get the generous 15 Hulk shards and 25 power cores. They definitely need to rework this because, especially given the players now that have been in the game for this long, you know, these are such big milestones that you would think that we would get more rewards. But hopefully that gets reworked in the future. It is what it is for the time being. But actually, as of the 660 day mark, I was able to now hit level 85 here. And we go into my player profile just to show you guys what I have right now. Total collection power for everyone conclusively is about 8.4 million, with my strongest team power being around 780,000, mainly because of my Infinity Watch roster team. I believe, let's take a look here, just to show you guys where we're kind of ranking. 1492 is our overall ranking right now in the game, so that's really awesome. These guys are just amazing, and they've been super supportive, and the Allspark family, just a shout out to you guys. Take a look here of my account. Arena right now, I do currently rank at 30, but generally I try to stay between that 20 to 40 range. That way I can actually reap the rewards of these benefits here with the 200 power cores per day. And it's every other weekend then that I can actually hit the top 20. But to be honest with you, I haven't leveled up my characters at all. I've been kind of just staying stagnant with my team power here, as you can see in the left, of 737k, and that's my Infinity Watch roster. Haven't felt the inclination to boost them up because I've been pretty happy with where I am right now in the standings and getting the power cores. And until a new team launches, I feel very good right now being in that medium and not needing to push myself every day if I can just get a few attacks in. So that being said right there, that is the arena side and my account profile. Let's take a look at raids. Right now, generally we do a really good job with the gamma raids, alpha and beta. We usually hit about 100% in the difficulties that we can. As you can see right now, difficulty 3 being gamma. And as well, we started Doom 2 raids right when they were released, and we've been consistently actually hitting 60%. So as you can see here, 7 hours left, but everyone's done a great job, and most of the time we can hit 60%. So that's really been good, just to capture those teal orbs, going through and just preparing for Dark Dimension 5, and as well the release of Dormammu. So that in essence is where I kind of am in the game right now with those different stages. Taking a look at the roster, hoping to show you guys a little bit here of insight, the characters I've built up. But as you can see, top 3 here being the most prominent in preparation for Omega Red Legendary upcoming. Captain Sound's really been the hardest one for me to get shards, but still a little over 100 to go here. But I'm not concerned about Sharon Carter, as she's going to be coming in raids, which is very nice. And I have been building Dagger and Cloak just in preparation, so I can actually use them for the Mystic nodes as well in the Doom 2 raids. And as well, the Silver Samurai event has been really good. I've been only doing 50s, but I just got some really good drops, as you can see right there with the 4 yellow. So really happy with that. And it's just going to be nice to have another team in war, but I probably won't be leveling them up high too soon, just because there's just so much constraints right now in resources that I want to be smart with my investments. And I'm also not too heavily into war as the rest of my alliance members are, but just trying to pitch in where I can. And that really just dives in now to the main characters I use, the main teams here, and hopefully this can give you some insight, especially where I am right now in the game, being 660 days played. So, as I mentioned in reference earlier, Infinity Watch right now is still the meta, and they're looking like they're going to stay put for a little while, especially with Omega Red coming. Are they going to dethrone the Infinity Watch arena meta? It's very highly unlikely. I think Dormammu will likely do that, but as for the Weapon X team, that's going to be a completely different story. They have been definitely the #1 team, though, in War, but Arena is just a different battlefield, just with different benefits, and the fact that I don't have those added boosted benefits from War. So you can see here, Dr. Doom is the one that's really high here, just being he's going to be staying in the game for quite a while, especially if you have Dark Dimension 4 unlocked twice. The amount of benefits he can provide, the fact that he's multi-traded in both Tech and Mystic, for sure, level him up as high as you can. He's going to provide a lot of dividends, especially in the Doom 2 raids. I found him extremely useful for every raids I've used him for. And then you have the Infinity Watch here roster noted. But the other significant juggernaut in the game is Kestrel. Bring her up as high as you can. She's likely going to stay put for a long time, just given her abilities. The fact that she can prevent someone from being revived, and just her passive attacks. She's just an offensive juggernaut that will add value regardless to any team or roster. One of those plug-and-play characters for sure. And then going down here, you know, it's going to be a lot of the remnants of my Dark Dimension 4 team that I use, but I find many of them can actually be used in the endgame Doom raids and as well as War right now. So you see parts of the Symbiote roster which by the way are looking really good right now. Before previously with the symbiotes, you know, they were having difficulties in the Doom 1.1, 1.2, so forth, but the Doom 2 raids have actually been easier for the bio node. So this actually reinstated the synergies and the amount of value that the symbiotes actually provide. So I would still recommend on building them. They're a great team overall. I have Ebony Maw and Proxima Midnight built up because I used them in Dark Dimension. But now with the Black Order not really being relevant, I think the only one going forward will probably add value is likely going to be Ebony Maw, just given how his defensive capabilities. He's got that really powerful drain that can be utilized in Dark Dimension. And the fact that I got him with a 6 red, you know, that's all the more reason why I needed to invest in them. But definitely they've fallen off the rails right now, Black Order, but Ebony Maw still provides a lot of plug and play usability, especially with its passive whenever enemy hero controllers are taken down. That barrier is very much appreciated. So, and going down the list here, the newer additions is actually Deadpool and Silver Surfer here. So, Deadpool being recently added to the game with the new Warriors meta. We still haven't seen the rest of the new Warriors, so who knows what that's going to look like. But she's added amazing value to the Doom raids, being able to grant energy to the rest of the Mystic teams, synergizing Cloak and Dagger. That's specifically why I want to build them up. She's going to have a lot of endgame usage, and she's going to provide a lot of value, especially when we want to get those Teal Orbs for preparation of Dark Dimension 5. Another great mention here are the two newer legendaries prior to Adam Warlock. It is actually Dr. Octopus here. A lot of benefits. I haven't upgraded him too much because I'm not a really heavy war user, and I still want to save up my T4s for you just never know what's going to happen in the game. But you know, Dr. Octopus is very tanky, has a lot of supportive buffs for the team, prevents offense down, and can extend negative conditions. You know, he's a really great solid character overall. Top it off with the fact that he's actually highly used in Dark Dimension as well. Some great usage there. Phoenix is still very powerful in the game, and especially in the Dark Dimension era, but you won't see her being used in raids much just because she doesn't resurrect going forward. And as well, it's Astonishing X-Men that are ones that are taking over, right? So that's why she's definitely losing usage there. You know, it would be nice if she can get a buff for sure. The other character to mention that's gaining a lot of value now is Jubilee, and that's quite notable. She was a newer legendary character, you know, prior to Adam Warlock, but as well, she's one of the few characters in the game right now that actually, you know, gets that speed up turn meter whenever enemies go down. And on top of that, her Astonishing X-Men team right now are really dominating the Doom 2 raids and appear to be the only option right now. So for that reason, her team is a team that I am focused on, especially when we want to get through and push through those nodes. But that's a team that I'm trying to build up as well. And then moving down here, you guys, you just see the remnants and the last pieces of the Dark Dimension team that I used before. So you see key characters such as Emma Frost, Mr. Sinister, still very powerful team synergies in war. But unfortunately, they've fallen off in terms of where they can be competitively right now, especially in raids. But they still provide a lot of benefits in terms of being used in Dark Dimension as well as war. And for the time being, we'll just see what happens with those two, but still very powerful characters overall. And then as well, you see the last of my characters here being level 80 here, and that's going to be Shuri, Nick Fury, Black Widow, all providing usefulness, as well as Ghost at some point in my playing experience here. But you know, as the game kind of develops with the newer characters coming out, they have fallen off the rails. So I don't know if going forward I will boost them up, but they provide a lot of value. You know, a significant one would be Ghost. The fact that she came into the game and, you know, she really kind of revitalized Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4 with really being able to slot in as a global character and providing a lot of synergies with being able to extend negative conditions, reduce turn meter. You know, and the fact that she actually has a good natural dodge as well whenever she is using Dark Dimension. So that was really nice to have overall. And she's pretty cheap too. So, you know, definitely a great character, but extremely squishy. And unfortunately, outside of that, she doesn't have a lot of usage. So that's what I mean. Some of these characters, you do have to be mindful of their future usage. And after these characters up here being my top heavy roster, that's where it kind of just falls off a bit, right? You can see a lot of these characters not leveled up because for my roster, I build tall, not wide, and especially where I want characters to actually still be relevant. These are the ones that I'm kind of building right now. Heroes for Hire is one that I'm slowly working on, but you can see here, Astonishing X-Men's another one that they're working their way up. Power Armor, I've definitely fallen off the rails here. And as well, let's take a look. X Factor, I was planning to build them, but then when we saw how powerful Astonishing X-Men were in the raids, you know, they definitely lost their value there as well. So you just never know. Maybe there's going to be a 5th X Factor character coming that completes a team. But as for right now, this is where my roster sits in terms of the most powerful characters and what to utilize right now in the game. Overall, I would say my 3 most teams right now used are the Secret Avengers, the Infinity Watch roster, and as well the Symbiotes character. So all 3 of them right now are doing really good in the game, especially where I'm at in terms of Doom 2, Alliance War, and as well as potentially future Dark Dimensions. So hopefully this video can give you guys insight on my roster and what's being used right now, especially with me being 100% free to play. So thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate you checking my videos, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.